Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Gemini. So this is going to be a you and them love reading. I'll have your cards on one side and your person's cards on the other. This could be somebody specifically on your mind, connected to, or coming towards you, depending upon your situation. I'm recording this message for the energies of April, but I do ask these readings to be timeless and give you something you need to hear when you need to hear it. So let's get into this. Spirit, what is the heart of the matter? What is Gemini thinking overall about a connection or a potential connection right now? I am going to lay the cards out here, but I'll hold them up as we talk about the energies. What are some things going on in the daily life could be affecting this? What is happening in your heart space? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? What intentions do you have towards a connection? What intentions do you have? And what is a potential outcome in the near future for whenever you are meant to hear this message? One more. Okay, wow. My goodness, Gemini, we do have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck, specifically Gemini energy, but right above it, peeking out here, we have the Judgment energy, which is a very powerful, positive, significant energy. In tarot, it is a turning point. It is when things begin to get better. You've completed some things. You've figured some things out. You've gotten, towards the end or to the end of a challenging cycle. Maybe you don't even realize it yet, but you're closer than you know to something good. And your universe is really saying, this is the time, this is the moment. Your universe is leading you and calling you to something higher, something more positive, but you might not be realizing it because you definitely have a lot of mental energy. Doesn't surprise me to see that for a Gemini, as you are air, and Gemini can, you really can get up in your head, but Gemini also feels very, very deeply, and I think that there could be some things that are on your mind. Many of you definitely connected to love and feelings, and some of you a very significant connection, and maybe you have been tossing and turning and overthinking, but I do feel like with the Judgment card here, there is a part of you that knows that this is going to work out. This is in the hands of divine, and this is something that is worth getting out of your head and taking some steps to just clear your head, to heal, to sort some things out and move towards away from that anxious energy and towards the good things that the universe is working on for you. So that is a lot just, at the beginning of the reading, but I always channel messages from divine, and I do try to share them as they come through. So we are going to get the cards for the person on Gemini's mind, or the person thinking about Gemini. We already had one jump out. Wow, there's another for the heart of the matter and the daily life. So what is going on in their heart space? How is this person feeling? How are they feeling when it comes to Gemini? And oh my goodness, I just glanced at the bottom of the deck and I'm seeing an Empress energy showing up here. I do have to cover this for YouTube community standards, but Taurus, Libra energy can be significant. But with this being on the bottom of the deck in the heart space, I mean, some of you could definitely be dealing with something real, something more, somebody that is really looking for a next level connection. So let's go ahead and see, what are their intentions? What is this person's intentions? And what is a potential outcome in the near future for whenever these energies are meant to unfold? And one more card. Okay. Temperance energy now on the bottom of the deck. So we had that Judgment energy that was peeking out from your deck, and now we have the Temperance. Both of these definitely have that energy of angelic, divine intervention, of guidance, your universe bringing something towards you, drawing you together with somebody who's meant to be in your world, in your life. Sagittarius energy could be significant, but with this showing up in the heart part of your person. I do feel like on some level, like this person is trying to be patient, to do things right, you know, with this realization that everything is going to work out the way that it's meant to. But I also definitely feel this energy of anxiousness a little bit on their side as well. And this desire to definitely just go for it. Look at what came out as your very first card. Gemini, you know the Lovers. Many of you know that this is the major arcana for Gemini energy. And with this to be the first card to jump out in a love reading, especially for you, this does feel very significant. And once again, another card where you have like this divine intervention. I mean, my goodness, if you don't have anybody specifically on your mind or in your life, your universe could definitely be drawing somebody towards you sooner than you think. Somebody that could be very significant, somebody who's been on their way for maybe longer than you even realize. But for those of you that have somebody on your mind, and many Geminis with this showing up in your headspace, could be interested in someone, could be falling for someone. Some of you could be deeply in love with someone with this energy. Your universe is definitely like working to bring this together. There is this quote that I love. I always forget how to say his last name. Paulo Coelho. He wrote that beautiful book, The Alchemist. It's absolutely fantastic. And there's this quote, and I don't even know if it's from that book, but it's one of my favorite, that, you know, the whole universe aligned to bring us together. I'm misquoting it. If somebody knows the quote, I would love to hear. I've read several of his books, but anyway, that's what it feels like to me with all of this angelic energy. Before we even really dive in, it's like your universe is looking around and seeing you and seeing that person that is connected to you, that is meant to be in your world, and is like, hey, get over here, because this person is here. Like your universe is drawing you. Your person is thinking about you, hoping for you, and your guides are doing everything to bring the two of you to this beautiful place. And I do believe that our universe wants the best for us. I know life can be difficult, challenging, just overwhelming at times. And sometimes it does feel like nothing is on our side, but the universe, divine, is always on your side. There's always these good things that are being worked out in your favor. And I feel like your guides really want you to know that right now. Like, you are very much supported. But with the Lover's energy showing up with what you're thinking, you could definitely be thinking that this is a significant connection, or setting your intentions for something very high vibration. With your person, we have an Ace of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy can be significant, strong in your chart, your persons, but this jumped out before I even started really pulling the cards, and there is a lot of energy with the Ace of Wands. It is an action-oriented energy. It is about taking initiative, communication. It definitely can represent some real chemistry between you and someone as well. Once again, if you're holding space for new love, a Lovers and an Ace of Wands can definitely be meeting somebody. The conversation is good, the chemistry is good, and the potential is excellent. But for those of you that do have somebody on your mind, you're wondering, are they interested? Do they feel this? Do they want to talk? Are they drawn to me? Are they attracted to me? The Ace of Wands would be yes, 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 yes. They are interested. I feel like there's something that they want to say, and I'm definitely seeing this drive between just going for it, but also trying to take their time and do this right. So I'm very curious. It's like there's an action they want to take. There's a move they want to make. And I had two cards jump out. They're both face down, so we will look at them in a second. But look at what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Six of Cups. Scorpio energy could be significant, but the Six of Cups for me is one of my soul connection cards. This is somebody who could feel very deeply for you. This is somebody who could definitely be a match. For those of you holding space for new, this can be meeting a soulmate kind of energy. Somebody that maybe you've never met before, but from the moment you see them, your heart recognizes them. And for those of you that have somebody on your mind and you're wondering if they're feeling something, well, the Six of Cups can be deep feeling. It can be somebody opening up, ready to express things, ready to be vulnerable. And for those of you that are missing someone, and if you're in some sort of separation, the Six of Cups can be being reunited. We have our clarifiers being, oh my goodness, the Four of Wands and the King of Wands. Wow, some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. Doesn't have to be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo as well with that Ace of Wands. Um, but the Four of Wands is also, not to get ahead of myself, but showing up in the potential outcome. So I'm not surprised it's on this person's mind. The Four of Wands for me is a next level connection kind of card. It is a card of two people that really connect and want to take things further. Somebody who could be looking for something more serious. And our King of Wands is someone who is ready to take that initiative. This can be somebody, once again, who's interested and attracted to you. But I like the King of Wands because it is somebody, if they take a step, they've got what it takes to follow through. Some of you could be dealing with somebody who's very creative or like an authority figure. And I also feel like somebody could have like a twin flame that is in the limelight, like that with this. And I don't know why that's coming through. I am planning to start sharing twin flame readings again. And it's been showing up in my personals, not, well, obviously my personals. It's been showing up in my regular videos a lot more than it had been. So it's very interesting, especially with a Lovers and a Four of Wands. I definitely feel like, a lot more people are dealing with these strong soul connections, and at least people watching my channel. If that's not your story, though, don't even worry about it. But if it is, take that confirmation, because the Four of Wands, that's one of my 1111 cards. So somebody could definitely be seeing you as the person drawn to you, interested, wanting to go for it. In your daily life, you've got the Queen of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, strong Cancer energy, Scorpio and Pisces, or you could have that strong in your chart. Gemini on the cusp. Some Geminis are on the cusp of Cancer energies. You could be that. Doesn't have to be. But this is a heart that is open to love. This is depth. This is a beautiful energy of somebody who knows that love has tremendous value and is worth opening up your heart, worth exploring it. We saw the anxious energy in the beginning of this, but if you have been dealing with some of that anxious and overthinking energy, it definitely seems like there's going to be some things happening or coming up in your daily life that are going to help you get out of your head, because this is a heart-centered energy. This can be falling for somebody, interested in somebody. Somebody could be thinking about you and, thinking about their feelings for you much more than you know. This can be an energy of recognizing that your intuition is on point. Trust your intuition. What you are feeling is clear, because the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. But it does feel like some of you could be getting an offer. Like maybe you could just be doing your day-to-day things and connect with somebody or hear from somebody, or your phone lights up, and it could take you by surprise, because this is a very heart-centered energy just showing up in your day-to-day life here. Your person has a Knight of Pentacles. That's why as soon as I saw like this Ace of Wands and then I saw the Knight of Pentacles, I got like this hurry up and wait kind of energy, because this is like all action oriented. And the Knight of Pentacles is a positive energy. It is somebody who, makes plans, takes their time, wants to see things through. Sometimes this Knight moves so slowly, it seems like they're stopped, but they're just stopped to survey the next step, the next move. It is somebody who has full intentions to take a step, to see something through, to move forward. But it can be a very slow moving energy where the Ace of Wands can kind of take you by surprise. So it does feel like you're on somebody's mind. They're interested in you, but it does seem like they want to do this right. Strong Taurus energy here. Virgo and Capricorn can be significant as well. But I also feel like with the Pentacles energy and this energy of somebody who's a planner and thinking things through, showing up in their daily life, they could be working on some things, saving up. I just saw saving for a ring. I don't know. Somebody might want to get engaged or be looking for like somebody who they can really commit to. Spirit, what is this person working on with this Knight of Coins? Wow, yeah, talk about someone you can commit to. We have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. All the earth here showing up again. Doesn't have to be. But our Queen of Pentacles, regardless of sign, is the energy of that, definitely that next level, more serious commitment, connection. And an Ace of Pentacles, which is also showing up in their heart space. Somebody might want to offer like marriage, or as to get serious or move in. Of course, you have to take things at your own pace and, work in that energy. But clarifying that Knight of Pentacles is the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. Our Five of Cups is somebody who's could be feeling discouraged or disappointed. Now, if something happened between the two of you or something has been difficult, this person could be taking their time because there are still like these hurt feelings and some things that they're sorting out. If nothing has happened between the two of you, if that's not your story, don't even worry about it. It could be other disappointments this person has faced that has kind of slowed them down a little bit in the things that they're planning and what it is that they're wanting to offer, but it hasn't stopped them. It's maybe just slowed them down. In your heart space, you have the Devil energy and the Star. Two very different energies coming out, although both of them have a lot to do with like this human experience and the things that we face and the things that we deal with and how we learn and recognize who we are in the process, overcoming challenges and all of these things. Capricorn, Aquarius energy could be significant, but I do have to cover this Devil energy. It's kind of why it's tucked back here just for community standards for the videos, but it almost feels like here you are just working on yourself, healing from some things, and it does feel like there could be some things that have been difficult, maybe some things from your past, maybe some toxic things that you worked through and released once and for all, that you're still like, you know what, I'm still sorting some things out, I'm still in this healing process, I'm figuring out who I am. But this is definitely like what doesn't kill me make me stronger, makes me stronger kind of energy, because yeah, maybe you went through it, maybe you dealt with some things that were just like completely off, but look at this. The Star energy is somebody who's risen like a phoenix from the ashes from all of that. And maybe you've had some shakeups, maybe you've had some difficulties, but you've figured out who you are in the process. And if you're going to love, you're going to love right. And if somebody's going to love you, they're going to have to love all of you with this Star energy in your heart space. Now, with that Devil energy showing up in the heart space, sometimes that can be like feeling fixated on somebody, like, oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed, I can't stop thinking about them. But it's paired with a Star, which is a beautiful energy of, very high vibration. So it doesn't feel like you're in a negative place, but you could definitely have released some negative things. And if you're going to move forward, it's going to have to be something right. It does feel like this is somebody who wants to offer something right. In your person's heart space, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Again, a lot of earth, but we do have someone, I feel like, who wants to strike up something real with you, something more, something genuine, something stable. They definitely want to offer something or are hoping to take things to the next level with you. The Ace of Pentacles can be the cornerstone of the Ten of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Wands in their head space, an Ace of Pentacles in their heart space. It feels like they want to talk, they want to see you face to face, they want to explore things. But it does seem like, in many cases, this is somebody who has been working on themselves so that they are in a place where they can offer you something real. Maybe you've talked to this person about some of the difficult things that you've been through, and this is somebody that is, interested in you and really wanting to offer something so much better than what you have faced in the past. In your intentions, you've got the Emperor energy. That is why the Empress caught my eye on the bottom of the deck when we were talking about your person's heart space, and the Ace of Pentacles came out, but the Empress was on the bottom of the deck. It's like if they want to offer you something, it's because they do feel like this could be the real deal. And that's another reason why I was kind of touching on that, strong soul connection, soulmate twin flame energy, because this can definitely be a very significant connection. Somebody that when you meet them, it's like there is just a sense of recognition. I know that there's, a few people that I've met in my life, and we talked like from the moment we met, like we'd known each other for years, and it's almost like surprising. And it's like, how is this even possible? But it's because our souls are eternal. Our souls know and recognize people that we have had, experiences with, maybe through multiple lifetimes. And you're going to be drawn in if there are still some things that, you want to experience or need to experience with someone. And I just heard unfinished business. I don't know. So definitely could be something that, you're curious, the other person's curious about. Maybe things have been left unfinished. But with our Emperor and the Lovers and the fact that the Four of Wands has showed up twice, on the side of your person, which is definitely taking things to the next level. And we saw an Empress. Some of you could definitely be attracting in something very significant. Now, with your intentions being the Emperor, Aries energy could be significant here. There can definitely be a sense of, wanting to feel more confident, more determined, deciding, setting goals, going after what it is that you want, or you could be setting intentions for somebody who shows up in that energy, somebody who's real, somebody who's genuine, somebody who's ready to go all in. You definitely don't want to play in any, past or toxic energy here. It's like you've been there, done that. You are ready for something that is very positive, very real, and very genuine. And somebody, if they're going to come in, they're going to come in all the way, and they're going to recognize you, and they're going to speak plainly and clearly and let you know. Now, I feel like this is a very good sign because your person's intentions are the King of Swords. Talk about somebody speaking clearly, plainly, to the point, setting their intentions and going all in. Gemini energy, specifically for our King of Swords, as I read the Kings as mutable, traditional Rider-Waite style. But of course, Libra and Aquarius can be significant as well. This can represent your energy as an air sign or a beautiful match for your energy, regardless of sign, regardless of gender. These cards are the energies of how somebody could be thinking, how they could be showing up. Our King of Swords is definitely very determined, which is interesting because you have this Emperor as your intentions, and your person's intentions are the King of Swords. Both of these are very focused, very dedicated, very determined kind of energies. With our King of Swords, though, there is a lot of clarity, King of Swords upright, very high integrity, a lot of honesty. It is somebody who wants to communicate something, somebody who definitely, coming back to that Ace of Wands, in their mental space, wants to get right to the point. I can see that this person is could be taking their time a little bit, very curious about you, which we will talk about. But we have, wow, the King of Swords clarified by the Magician energy. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And you also have a 10 of Wands showing up in your outcome. Strong Sagittarius energy here. But wrapping up old cycles. Both of you could be releasing, dealing with, finalizing, some things that maybe you have been working on and ready for fresh starts and new beginnings. With the Magician energy clarifying the King of Swords, talk about setting your intentions, communicating, making something happen. The Magician energy, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, can be significant, is somebody who uses all the aces in the tarot. And we have the Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Swords setting their intentions, which is in the hand of the King of Swords here, making up their mind, making their decision. The Ace of Cups, which is listening to their heart. The Ace of Wands, which is taking action at the right time to create an Ace of Pentacles. It feels like in their heart they know they want something stable and real and genuine with you. And this is somebody who's ready to make that happen. Now, your potential outcome here, we have the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands energy. So I do feel so we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces could be significant. We did see the 5 of Cups. Oh yeah, it came out. It came out in the daily life with your person. Okay, I was I know that 5 of Cups was here. And it's showing up in your energy as well, which is interesting because 5 of Cups is 10 Cups, which feels to me like a disappointing situation could be shifting into something very positive. The 5 of Cups, like many of the fives, is a reminder There are moments you feel disappointed and discouraged because look, things have spilled, things haven't worked out, you have faced some difficulties, but it's a reminder that there's good things that are still present, still standing. These Two of Cups here, right behind this person, the potential, the possibility of something that could lead to so much more. You face some difficulties, but your guides are saying, if you've been feeling discouraged or feeling anxious, do an about face and recognize that there are still good things and you are closer than you realize. The Ten of Wands, which we also saw showing up for your person on the bottom of the deck, is wrapping up a challenging and difficult cycle, like coming to the end of that. So look at that. You both have Five of Cups, which is disappointment. You both have Ten of Wands, which means you both maybe could have had a lot going on, a lot on your plate, a lot that you're dealing with, but your card here is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is happy, fulfilling, lasting connection with somebody who is your go-to person, somebody who is a friend as well as romantic, somebody who sees you and wants to be with you. So if you have been feeling disappointed, even overwhelmed, I definitely feel like that is going to shift, because look at these. Like, you don't get these kinds of energies of somebody who is so confident you could be the one, somebody who wants happiness, and somebody that you could be feeling deep feelings for as well, if there isn't something really good that is coming towards you. Your person has a Page of Swords, a Seven of Pentacles, and a Four of Wands energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, and Aries energy can be significant. But our Page of Wands is somebody who's definitely curious about you, and no wonder. Like, clearly they have feelings for you. They're thinking about you. With the Four of Wands twice, they definitely feel like this could be something. Like, Four of Wands can be, single people meeting that person that they could get serious with. It can be people that are, like friends, like deciding to date. It can be people who are dating, deciding to be exclusive. People who are exclusive, moving in, getting engaged, getting married, or, committing to something real. And it's showing up twice. Plus, 2 Four of Wands is an Eight of Wands. Like somebody who maybe has been doing their best to be patient, curious about you, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, hoping for more, but also could be taking their time, could definitely be wanting to pick up the pace. And very curious if you are wanting that as well. With a Seven of Pentacles and a Knight of Pentacles, both of these are energies of somebody who is taking their time, but somebody who is ready to do what it takes, somebody who is ready to put in that energy. Somebody could be Page of Swords, always curious, have some things that they're thinking and feeling. Maybe they haven't expressed yet, but definitely could be looking at your pictures, checking your social media if you have it, wanting to know more. Are you interested? Maybe even waiting for the right moment with the Seven of Pentacles, but it is because they see you as their Four of Wands person. A Four of Wands person is someone that you could be happy with. It is someone you could take things to the next level with. It is someone that could be so right for you. And with a Four of Wands showing up in their outcome and a Ten of Cups showing up in yours, I definitely feel like whatever has been challenging and difficult is falling behind you now, and you have absolutely beautiful things coming your way, and someone who is wanting to be with someone who is exactly you. So that is the message I have for you. I do hope something in here spoke to everyone who is guided. If you enjoyed the message, please put a like. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. Follow, hype, comment, let me know you enjoy the messages. It means everything to me. Thank you so much.